Hello everybody, thank you for watching. I have a very important message to share here now, and I talk about in many of my lectures and my teachings about the formula for health. And the formula for health is based on the idea of there's only one disease with many different stages. And if you take care of disease in early stages, you're not ever going to have to deal with disease in the later stages. And the real prevention or the real key to being successful at health is to make sure you don't let disease manifest in the body. And once you understand how to read the signs that the body's giving you, you understand that you can control and prevent just about any major disease if you take care of them in the beginning stages. Hence, I always say people really aren't interested in health. They need to be interested in disease. How do I avoid it? How do I cure it? How did I get it? That's what people want to know about, right? So that's what we really need to study. And the formula for health, I break it down with power minus obstruction equals vitality. And I explain that. You can see that video and learn more about that. But the beginning signs of disease that get misidentified will come back and haunt us later in life if we don't do anything about it. The end stage of disease, something like cancer, or inflammation that'll lead to cancer and other disease on a cellular level, they don't just happen overnight. What happens is we suffer and these things continue to get worse and worse and worse, and we feed the fire. We keep giving it the things that feed it. For example, if you have cancer and you eat a lot of sugar, it's feeding the cancer, and so on. But let's look at the beginning stage of disease here for a second, because there's one thing that is so often missed, that if people just took care of this problem, I would say the rates of cancer will go down tremendously. And I'm also happy to say there's a big series coming up, a docu-series coming up on this particular beginning stage of disease that everyone should watch. It's coming up in a couple of days here, and July 9th. And you can sign up for free and check it out and watch it. And I think it's going to be really important. I think people should do that. So basically, it's about Candida. And the question comes, can Candida cause cancer? And I say it often, if you're not doing the right things, you're going to get Candida and cancer and everything in between. Candida is the beginning signs that you're doing something wrong. If the body is working correctly, if you're giving it what it needs in the right amounts at the right times, you cannot suffer from even Candida, the beginning signs of disease. Thanks to our wonderful Creator, He lets our body tell us when we're doing something wrong. And I always say laziness and constipation are two of the beginning signs that we're doing something wrong. Well, Candida is another sign, but it's not as easy to identify. See, a lot of people think laziness and constipation and things like that are normal. They are normal for so many people suffer from them, but they're not normal for good health. And then when you get into other things like Candida, what are the signs of Candida? Well, there are reports that came out now that really show there is a connection between Candida and cancer. Not just a theory, but really good, solid evidence reports that show that if you don't take care of Candida and it gets out of control, it could lead to worse issues. So here are some common signs that you might have a Candida issue. And I have studied and looked at the dark field microscope and people looking at their blood under that. And 99.9% of the times, every person, and I've probably heard at least 50 people that have looked at their blood under a dark field microscope or had their blood looked at under the dark field microscope have been told that they have a Candida overgrowth. But they weren't told what to do about it or how to get rid of it. You don't need to wait to look at your blood under a microscope to decide if you have a Candida overgrowth or not. There are common signs. One of them is the most common one, I would say, and one people need to be aware of, and it's intense sugar cravings. So these are signs I'm giving you now that something might be wrong with your health, and Candida is often the common culprit of these things. So intense sugar cravings. And here's what I say about that. If you're able to go without sugar for a whole day, wonderful. But if you're having cravings for sugar over and over and over again, chances are you have Candida. And it's like I say, it's very easy to fast. I fast every other day. I eat. I don't eat every other day. I fast every other day. And sometimes I do juice. If I do fruit juice like an orange juice or a tangerine juice, no problem. And I'd say just about everyone could fast as long as they have sugar in their juice. But when you don't have the sugar in your juice, when I do green juice fast, some days I just go with nothing, just water. Some days I just go with green juices. How much do you miss that sugar? And that's going to tell you a lot. So sugar cravings and intense sugar cravings. And this is the society that we built today, where we're so addicted to sugar in any form, whether it be processed or even natural, that we have to get our hands on some sugar. And we're never satisfied until we consume sugar. That is a very good sign that you have Candida, and the sugar is actually feeding it. And today it's Candida, tomorrow it can be cancer. I'm not trying to scare you, I'm trying to warn you. You need to see this documentary that's coming up. And if you miss it, I'll put the link below the video. But still, consider this information is very valuable. So one of the number one signs that you might be suffering from Candida is that you have intense sugar cravings. The second sign, or another sign that you might have Candida is, what was that again? Hold on. No, that's right. It's brain fog. I was just joking there. I knew what it was. Brain fog. It's a joke, but it's not. But it is a serious thing. If you get brain fog, I mean, let's face it. When people get older and they suffer from Alzheimer's disease and everything else, that's what happens. And there's another series coming up next month on Alzheimer's disease and dementia. But young people aren't supposed to have brain fog. You're just not supposed to. It's like people that drink coffee because they're tired. You're not supposed to be tired. Get enough sleep. You're not supposed to need things to keep you awake. But you're not supposed to have brain fog when you're younger. Unless you have a Candida overgrowth. Very possible. Now these things are fed by things like antibiotics and sugar and other things, and we'll look into that, and I'll get into this on this documentary. But this is something you need to consider. So if you suffer from brain fog and sugar cravings, now you got two things. I might have Candida. You need to see this documentary. The link's below the video. So let's move on here. Another one is a common one. Bloating. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking here. It's a serious thing. Bloating. Now, even if you're on a raw food diet, a vegetarian diet, or a standard American diet, if you're bloated, that is a sure sign you're suffering from some bacterial overgrowth in your body, usually Candida. And if that's in combination with brain fog and sugar cravings, you definitely need to be concerned and take action and do something about it before it gets worse. And again, the body gives amazing signs. How do we know when we're bloated? Well, it gives these signs. Now, everything I'm mentioning now are beginning signs of disease that so many people will pass and just say, oh, that's normal. Brain fog, bloating, they'll laugh about it. Sugar cravings, they'll just grab a bite of sugar or something with sugar in it. And then brain fog, they'll forget anything's even wrong. But these are clear signs. Then another common one, which is on the emotional level, depression and anxiety. I mean, these two things, people don't understand the connection, and there's a proven connection between simple Candida overgrowth, which is fed through the unhealthy foods and miscombining and eating at the wrong times and eating too much, and depression and anxiety. When you have a good bacteria in your body, and your body's clean, when your colon's clean, your mind's clean. When your mind's clean, it's hard to suffer from depression and anxiety. You know, all these people that suffer from depression and anxiety, you might not know, but they're not really healthy. They might even look fit. They're not healthy. And I would think if you tested people with depression and anxiety for Candida, 100% of them would have an overgrowth. And it's not as common as you think it is to have Candida if you're eating healthy and doing the right things and keeping an eye on these things. But these beginning signs of disease are things that people pass off, or what even worse, they'll if they suffer from anxiety, depression, they go to the doctor. Instead of the doctor saying, well, here are some things you need to do controlling Candida, which can help on an emotional level. The doctor will give them all these terrible toxic drugs and everything else to take, which is actually feeding the problem and making it worse. And then there's three other sure signs that you're suffering from Candida. One of them is digestive issues. When I talk about the beginning signs of disease, or the beginning stages of disease, or the beginning stages of dis-ease, because there's one disease with many different stages, your digestion is a clear sign. If you're not going to the bathroom on a regular basis, you have an issue. And Candida is most likely a common cause of this. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to your bathroom habits. If you're constipated or anything like this, you want to make sure you're paying attention to these things because they can create an issue. So you want to be careful with this. Another common thing is low energy, and this is what we were speaking about before. If you have to drink coffee or take some other kind of energy drink or something else to feel like you can make it through the day, it's not just a matter that you didn't get enough sleep. Often it's a matter that you have a Candida overgrowth or a bacteria that's out of balance in your body. So you want to make sure you keep an eye on that and keep an eye on this overgrowth and make sure you're taking care of this. So we shouldn't be having low energy, especially if we're younger. It's not just a matter of I didn't get enough sleep last night. It's not only a matter of I didn't eat well the other day. No, it's often a matter of Candida. Candida will lead to, and it's an energy zapper. And it's a clear-cut sign. And all these signs combined together, if you suffer, I read this list of people, and people are like, yep, I have that. You got Candida issues. And the next question is, well, how do I overcome it? Well, what do I do? Well, that's why they have this special that's here, that's coming up. And you can click on the link below the video to see it. And all of this stuff will lead to chronic diseases. Now, if you have chronic diseases, now you've already missed the beginning stages of disease, and it's going to come back worse and worse and worse. So you got to clean up the environment if you want to clean up your illness. And the host of this event, Evan, he suffered from Candida and other things and this overgrowth, but he addressed it and he overcame it. And he's going to use the things he's overcome to overcome this. And he's going to be discussing this in the Candida Summit. That's going to be online. July 9th to the 15th. That's next week, depending when you're watching this video. But even if you're watching it after it's passed, still click on the link below the video and you'll still be able to see it. Possibly. I don't know the exact schedule afterwards, but it's going to show for free July 9th to the 15th. And we're currently in 2018. So this is an important step to prevent future disease or the latest stage of disease or the latest stage of disease, things like cancer and these things. So it's already confirmed the things that can lead to Candida overgrowth, and more younger people are suffering from Candida today because of their eating habits and so on. To understand, I know they're big words, but understanding bacteria and how they work and what they are, and then switching to correct food combining, not overeating, making sure you're getting to sleep on time, and things like this is going to heal you from this problem. And you'll be amazed that you get healed from Candida, how everything else feels better. I mean, when you don't have these signs, these anxiety, depression, brain fog, bloating, and sugar cravings, everything's already better, right? But you're making an investment in your health, and this course is free. So July 9th to the 15th, check it out. The link I'm putting below this video, and make sure you click on it and you see it prior to the 9th, and you sign up for it. You reserve your spot. It's completely free, and it can really ultimately save you from dealing with later stages of diseases, which can ultimately take your life. So this is life transformation, and I'm trying to cover all the different illnesses and diseases out there that are so common in today's world. I've discussed previously about the diabetes seminar. Diabetes is the most common illness out there today that people are suffering from, and it's 100% diet related. The cancer, the Truth About Cancer series, groundbreaking information for people that have cancer, how to deal with it, and how to avoid cancer if you don't have it. Inflammatory bowel disease I discuss all the time. These are all later stages of disease. And now I want to discuss a beginning stage of disease, and that is Candida. So don't take it lightly just because it's the beginning stage. It's a serious thing that needs to be taken care of immediately. So click on the link below the video. If you have any comments or questions, put them below the video as well. And until then, everybody, I'll see you at the summit.